Okay, right over here we're looking at Spear Boulevard, and this is where we're going to enter into the patio, the upper level of the patio that we're going to tear out. We may be coming from this point right here, coming in to pour in the new concrete, or bringing the pump in through this area right here. We may, however, come in through the other side, because once we go up over that patio, there's another stairwell that goes down into a parking lot on the other side of this building. That's where we came up the first time. This is not the first time we visited this job site, actually. We were here before to put in some patchwork that we were doing on the concrete. So let's go ahead and take a walk up here and look at the patchwork that we've done, and also the areas that are causing some concern, so that now the entire patio is going to be torn out. All right, we're gonna go ahead and fast forward a little bit here. We're going into the month of November, and we're getting our first snowfall right here in the Denver area for the year. We just finished up the job, not even a month ago, a couple weeks ago actually. And this job started in the early summertime of this same year. So up to this point, we've been doing a lot of planning, collaborating with other trade companies and what have you on the job site. So we are just now getting finished up. This is the office building where we work from. My name is Ricardo, and I'm a documentary filmmaker and sales manager for Gold's Concrete. Here we are on the west side of downtown Denver. If you look right over there, you'll see the building just beneath where we're working at for University of Colorado. All right, we're at the top of the steps now, and we're gonna close in on a few of these spots where you can see the concrete has really broken apart. And we're gonna walk over here and close in on this before we back out and get a wide angle shot of all of this, because I wanna explain this patchwork that you see right here. This is what we did previously to repair some of the areas where the water is not flowing, or it was settling like it is right here still and not going into the drain, which is actually right over here. And you'll see another piece of patchwork that we did right here. And they're still having problems with these drains. So the water now is just setting out here, and it's causing further erosion and further damage to the concrete. All right, here we are back at the office, and we're gonna step in and take a look. Right here we have a little bit of a wall of fame of a lot of the stamped concrete patios that we've done in the past. Over here I have a chart of sales contacts that I've been in touch with over the past several months that we're either working with or in negotiations with, or what have you. Right over here is my desk. I have all these files out because right here, when I come to work in the office, I get in contact with the city or the county about different permits that we need to pull. Here's one that we just pulled for Red Tea Homes. Another one we're doing in Denver. Oh, gotta take your call now. Gold's Concrete, this is Rico. Over here I have a International Residential Code book. It's a little bit outdated because it's for 2009, and I'll need to update that thing. Back here is the boss's office. He's not in right now. He's probably out in the field, or it's a pretty snowy day out. He might be plowing some snow today. In here we have the conference room, where I got my tool bag right down there in the corner in case I need to go out in the field and do whatever. Yeah, so this is a pretty handy tool I got from Amazon, which is from Makita. So it uses the lithium batteries, and it has a few different functions for different speeds, and you can set it for how long you want it to run for. Right here we have our conference table that right now is just cluttered with design plans and what have you. Over here we schedule a lot of our jobs. The cool thing about Gold's Concrete is that we have this office location right here where we're able to pull permits, print out design plans, go over the project, have a meeting right here if we need to, reach out to other small trade companies, talk to the inspectors, reach out to engineers, and handle the entire admin scope of work so that somebody's always available right here in the office. The thing that separates Gold's Concrete from other small trade companies is that a lot of these smaller companies don't even have an office location where someone's always available to attend to that scope of the work. So that's where Gold's Concrete wins. Okay, we've dropped the exposure down so we can get a little better picture here. You can see this patchwork we've done right here, down here. The concrete is crumbling, and there's just this whole thing needs to be torn out, and that's what's about to happen. Colorado University is the owner of this property, and we've come here today to look at this patio because we've done patchwork here before, and the patio is still having problems. The patchwork was done good, but the problems that they're having with this patio is that the water is not draining the way it should be. It's crumbling and cracking in areas that's causing it to just erode and fall apart. That's going to be a trip hazard, or University of Colorado will have to replace that because they have to be in compliance with certain codes and standards. So these trip hazards have to go. This entire section of concrete has to be replaced, and Gold's Concrete will be here to do that once this patio is demolished. All of this is coming out of here. Once it comes out, Gold's Concrete will come in and replace the whole area. So I'm glad we stopped by here today before anything's been done, so we got a nice clear picture of what it looked like before, and we're gonna follow the job as it goes on. It'll probably take a couple of weeks. ¿Cómo te va hoy?
Aquí andamos más o menos batallando como todo el tiempo.
¿Con qué batallaron?
Con las mangueras de la pompa que estaban tapadas. Batallamos mucho para subir el cemento como está de subida.
Just push it through.
La verdad que sí, a veces se pone complicado, pero pues lo bueno que ya estamos por terminar, ya acabamos de pompear todo el cemento. Ya ahorita nada más vamos a limpiar las mangueras y a seguir chambeando. Bueno, ningún día es fácil. Este es un trabajo muy pesado y ya pues no cualquiera le entra. Por eso les recomiendo a los chavillos que mejor estudien, porque este no es un trabajo nada fácil.
¿Siempre estás levantando algo pesado?
Pues la mayor parte del tiempo sí, levantar cosas pesadas, andar con cuidado porque también es un trabajo muy peligroso. Con Gold's Concrete tengo como un año y la verdad me han tratado bien y son buenas personas conmigo. Estoy a gusto aquí.
There's a lot of details that are covered in the plans that we don't always know until we get those plans and we're actually on site looking at the job and we know how the concrete needs to go in. There are some things that are pretty standard for all pours, but each pour varies a little bit in the requirements of the design plan.
That's why we're crying so much.
Estos trabajos son un poco difíciles cuando se tapa, echa a perder todo el trabajo. Entonces aquí se necesita paciencia, no ponerse uno nervioso, simplemente nomás hacer el jale.
Hola, buenos días. Mi nombre es Carlos Pedrosa, nacido en México, de Aguascalientes. Yo trabajo para Gold Concrete. Yo le hago los trabajos especiales, los trabajos un poquito más delicados. Tengo 20 años de experiencia de cemento, escalones, estampados, fundaciones, todo lo que le pidan a Gold Concrete, todo lo que se trata de cemento. Este material es aceite con un pedazo de insolación. No quieren que uno meta estaca ni de fierro, ni clavos, ni nada. Una recarga aquí para que el cemento no abra. Pueden ponerle en 10 pies, 4 o 5 botes para que el cemento no lo puche. Es muy importante fijarse muy bien, no lastimar este material. Porque este material, si llega a tener un agujerito, el agua se les va a bajar para abajo y ese es un problema. Este suspension, como verán, es para que no pegue con este cemento. Se le tiene que poner clavos de suspension para que agarre bien el suspension con el cemento y se le echa para que quede media pulgada de caquín y el agua no se transmita para abajo. El alambre es muy importante para que el cemento no craquee. Es muy importante poner plástico donde se va a tirar cemento. Le pusimos tape mero abajo para que no liquee el cemento las ventanas, porque cuando se seca el cemento se manchan muy feo. Eso es todo y espero les haya gustado Es importante, como les repito, hacer el trabajo perfecto para que el dueño esté contento con el contratista. Gracias por ver este video y espero estén bien. Gracias.
Hey, Rico, can you do me a favor?
What's up?
You call Gold right now, tell them we're pumping.
Yeah.
Yo soy de Aguascalientes, me llamo Gerardo de la Cruz, pero todos me conocen aquí como de la Cruz. Yo soy el operador de la pompa y tengo 3 años aquí.
¿Cuáles son algunas de las frustraciones o complejos del trabajo?
Pues que la pompa se tape, porque ya tapándose es muy difícil destaparla, pero sí lo logro destaparla, pero es muy difícil.
Después de toda la lucha de la vida y del trabajo, ¿cuál es su gran deseo al fin del día?
Al fin del día, pues llegar con bien a casa, pasarla bien con mi familia, llegar sano y salvo, pero sobre todo que todo salga como se espera en el trabajo, que todos los jales salgan bien.
¿Qué tal? Mi nombre es José Servando Torres y soy de Aguascalientes, México. 6 años trabajando para Gold Concrete y mi puesto es en ser finisher.
¿Cuáles son algunas de las frustraciones o complejos del trabajo?
Pues principalmente cuando el cemento no llega en tiempo o que tenemos problemas con la pompa. Son cosas que atrasan los trabajos o te atrasan en el día.
Después de toda la lucha de la vida y en el trabajo, ¿cuál es tu gran deseo al fin del día?
Pues al fin del día es llegar con bien a casa y pensando en un futuro, tal vez llegar a comprar casa propia.
All right, we're here to pay one final visit to the finished product, and it's looking great. Here's everything after the concrete is laid, all the expansion joints put in, the caulking, everything's finished. Everything looks good. Here we have the half-inch of caulking that Carlos was referring to, so no water can get down in there. You'll notice here now that we have proper control joints and expansion joints where they need to go, because what happens as the weather changes is the concrete, like a lot of other materials, will expand and contract as it gets hotter and colder. So with these expansion joints, that protects any cracking, or if there is cracking in the future, it's going to crack along these control joints or expansion joints where it should be cracking, because inevitably as the concrete contracts and expands with the changing of weather, there will be some cracking. We'll take a walk over here now and look at where the water is flowing with the slope. You'll see we have a lot of water runoff from the snow, and now the water is actually flowing into the areas that it needs to be flowing into. You'll see right over here we have a gutter pan, and the water is flowing right into that gutter pan there. You'll see here we have some more water flowing, and it's flowing right out to the stairs out away from the patio. This here is the same area that we were looking at in the very beginning where there was a lot of cracking and crumbling. You'll see that now is all gone, and it's completely sealed up with caulking, so no water will get down in there, and there are no more trip hazards along any of this patio. You'll see over here we have another gutter pan where water is flowing into, and right over there in the middle of the run is where that gutter pan was in the beginning, but it wasn't taking in any water at all. Now you'll see the water is properly flowing into that gutter pan and off of the patio. Here you can see the water is flowing away from the front porch of these condos and into the proper drain channels where the water should be flowing into. Everything here now looks neat and tidy with proper slope, proper control joints and expansion joints, with caulking over so that no water gets down beneath this patio. Everything is flowing like it should be. Everything looks good here.